Hello everyone and welcome to Flosstube number 35. Hello everyone, my name is Lizzie. Welcome to my Flosstube channel. This is Flosstube number 35 and today, let's see, I have 5 fully finished items, 5 WIPs and then 3 new starts. And yeah, so if you've watched me before, this has been about a month since my last normal Flosstube video. It probably doesn't feel like that because I filmed a few Flosstube extras in between, but today we're going to go over that and then we're going to pick the giveaway winner from the last Flosstube as well. Okay, so let's jump in. The first thing I'm going to start with is my fully finishes. And here is the first one. So this is a ornament I made. Let me pull up my board so it might be easier for you to see. There we go. This is a Satsuma Street Nutcracker Suite ornament. I stitched in 14 count perforated paper in ecru. I did use all the called for floss. I did substitute though, so it was called for to be on a metallic perforated paper, which I did not have. And it's semi hard to get, so I just used DMC Gold Petites for those colors. And then he does have beads. I don't know if you can tell. You can see there. Turn him sideways. You can see his beads. This was a little cutout that you kind of glued on him, his little wand. And then I finished him using Vonna Pfeiffer's perforated paper ornament finishing tutorial. And I did do, she normally does 4 layers of sticky board, and I actually did 2 on this one, which I thought was fine. I don't think it looks bad. It's not quite as thick, but it was really good for a little bit of a thinner cording that I used on that. And then he has a little gray rickrack trim, and I just used some scrapbook paper on the back. I actually bought this scrapbook paper from Amazon, and it was like strawberries, which I think was the main reason I bought it is because it had a green stripe like this, but green and white. So it's strawberries, it had this, it has lots of different ones, actually very versatile ones. So I love that. I need to pick up some more scrapbook paper. But yeah, there he is. And like I said, that was Satsuma Street Nutcracker Suite, and he is the Nutcracker King. All right, the next one is a cute little tiny one. This is from the 100 cross stitch, I want to make sure I got it right, 100 cross stitch Christmas ornaments book. And this is the holiday duck. And here he is. Oh, he looks crooked. He did not look crooked. And then I showed him on camera. I'm like, oh, he looks a little crooked. He is a little crooked. Well, that's okay. He's special. He is a little wonky and a little crooked, and that's all right, aren't we all? That is so funny that I did not notice that until it was on camera. Okay, anyway, he is still really cute, and I still love him. But here he is. He has a hot glue. I'll get that later. Okay. Here he is. I stitched him on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha, and I did it 1/1. Let me put my hand behind you so stop focusing on me. And basically, I just did a piece of sticky board, wrapped that around it, a piece of felt in the middle, and then we have a red gingham on the back, and then in between, sandwiched in between those, I have a little velvet hanger. I like my hangers to be kind of short because I don't like it to hang from the tree a lot. I like it to be kind of close to the branch. So you may notice on ornaments my hangers are a little bit shorter than some people might prefer them, but that is how I like them. And this was my first time using my pinking shears for that felt, so you can see it does have a little scalloped edge on it, which I really like. This is the first time I've finished an ornament this way with like the felt in between, and I think he's really cute. I absolutely adore him. Honestly, I think he would be really pretty as like a stocking tag too. There's a few of these in that book, and I think they would make really cute stocking tags. And my stitches on this, normally I don't talk about my stitches, but I feel like on this, my stitches look really, really good for some reason, which I was not expecting on a 1/1 on 25 count, but I feel like my stitches look pretty good, and he's so cute. He's my favorite, one of my favorite finishes from this year. All right, then we have another Christmas ornament. This is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's Christmas Goodies. And here it is. A very simple finish on this one. This one is stitched on 32 count Peaceful Purple 2/2. I did use the called for flosses. I made this hanger a little bit longer because I made it narrow, and so I feel like it needed to be a little bit longer. But my thought is, when I put a hanger on, if you are somebody who likes short hangers too, I kind of put my fingers in between it. I'm like, okay, that's a tree branch, so it's gonna hang about that far off the tree branch, so it won't be very far. But since it is a bigger one, I didn't mind it hanging a little bit farther. This one is a little wonky, not in like a crooked way, but it has a few like, oh, I fudged this and I fudged that because I messed up on it. Like, I think these are in the wrong spot. Some of these are in the wrong spot. I omitted something. I think there was supposed to be extra cookie, like one of those cookies somewhere, and I omitted that. Something like that. But yeah, I love it. And this one I did, so I did do sticky board, and I did not put any batting on this one. Normally, all the other ones I did put batting. I did not put batting, well, I guess this will be the only other one, but I did not put batting on this side or this side. And what I did is I did the sticky board, and then you can see, it'll focus, that I whip stitched the two of them together. You can kind of see right there. Hold on, like this. You can kind of see right there that I whip stitched the two of them together just in a light purple floss. And I really like how clean this finishes. I'm very happy with this. I think I'll be doing this more and maybe putting like a rickrack or something there as well. This is really pretty. I love this. We just have like a pink ticking stripe on the back, and I got this, what is that called? Rickrack from Hobby Lobby. I feel like because I haven't filmed a video in so long, I'm a little rusty. And I will tell you why once I get into my WIPs, why it has been about a month since I filmed. All right, we have another fully finished. This one is my favorite of the group, dare I say. I don't know, I really like the next one too. But this is Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting Vintage Santa. I stitched this on 32 count Petite point raw white, which is a printed fabric, and I used all the called for flosses. There were a few white candy canes up here. I took those, or not white, I guess they were red and white, but candy canes up there, I took them out because I thought the white would blend in with the white dots, kind of like you can see them doing here. But basically this is a book. It's the 3 Novels of the Future by H.G. Wells, which I thought was a really pretty book. And so what I did is I took this, I had originally put batting behind it, and I didn't like the way the batting looked. So I just put it on sticky board with no batting. And then I took some really big red rickrack and I put some glue on there. I did use Aleene's tacky glue. And so I put the red rickrack on there, and then I kind of lined this up, put another thing of rickrack, and then glued this on top of that. And you can see it. And so it's going to look so pretty at Christmas, like displayed on a shelf like that. I love it. The gold is really pretty. At first I thought maybe it was a little too big for the book, but I think it looks really good. Yeah, so there is that one. And then we have one more fully finished, and then we'll get into the new starts. So the last fully finished, unfortunately you cannot get this pattern anymore because it is from Brooke's Books, and she passed away, I believe last year now, the beginning of this year or the end of last year. But here it is the Scarecrow, and this is from her The Wizard of Oz series. I stitched this one at 2/2 on 32 count Lambswool that I coffee tea dyed, so there is a little bit of slight modeling in there. Let's see if I can leave that. Let me turn my light down a little bit. That's better. Let's go with it like that. Let's turn it down one. That's better, yeah. So it does have a little bit of light modeling in it. Like I said, I used the called for colors, and again, this was a bit of a newer type of finish for me. I did hang it like this, do the hanger like this, because I thought it looked best. But I'm thinking it is a wired ribbon, so when I hang it, I could twist it, or I could just like slot it on a side branch. You could still see it from the front, but I think that's fine. And I love this ribbon the most with it. I did try a bunch of different ribbons. I made some cording. And then what I did is, okay, so I took him, again, not using batting, I took him, put him on a piece of sticky board, and then I took this yellow and put it on its own piece of sticky board, and then I kind of seamed the two together with the cording there, and then on the back, I used a piece of felt just to cover up the raw sticky board. I didn't put a second piece on the back, so it was just the 2 pieces that I connected, and then I put a piece of felt, added the hanger, and then put on another piece of felt on there, which is really nice. I really like the felt back on this. I think that will hold up really well and look really good on the back of the tree, be kind of inconspicuous, you know, like facing the tree. But yeah, there he is. I absolutely love him. It's one of my favorites. I did make this for my brother because he, like when we were children, he would watch The Wizard of Oz every day almost, if my mom would let him. So yeah, he watched The Wizard of Oz like almost every day. And so I told him, I was like, this is for you, but you cannot have it. It's going on my tree, and maybe one day I will give it to you, but just know it's for you in spirit. So there he is, and I love him. And that unfortunately you cannot get that pattern. All right, so now let's jump into some new starts, which I'm really excited for. So my first new start is a Dimensions kit, and this is the Gold Petite collection, Enchanted Cottage. So yeah, like I said, this is a new start. I'm using all the kitted materials. I did soften the fabric, which I do with a lot of my crunchier Aidas and things like that, or kit fabric. The kits I've started, I have softened the Aida on them. All the ones I've started recently. So here is my start, and I soften them by putting them in like slightly warm water, and so slightly warm water and a tiniest bit of, you can either use Dawn, or I've also used my laundry detergent before, just like a little drop in there and put it in that water, and I'll let it sit depending on how big the piece of fabric is. Like this one I let sit about 15-20 minutes, and then I pulled it out and I just put it over a clothes hanger. So I'll just fold it in half and put it over a clothes hanger to dry. But yeah, sometimes I'll do that with flosses too. There's another kit I got, which I will show you actually right now. This kit I got off eBay, and it smelled a little bit like the flosses smell a little bit. They did not come pre-sorted. I sorted them, but I did the same thing. I did the fabric and then I did the floss too. And so you can also do that with your floss. So you can also do that with your floss too. Like if you are buying an order kit, and that one, it didn't stink, but it just had like a weird, like, I don't know, it just had a weird smell. So I did that with the flosses on that one too, and it worked as well if you ever have that issue. Anyway, here is my start. Like I said, I'm using all the kitted materials, so you can kind of see here. Let me hold this next to it. I feel like that's a lot easier to tell what it is. So this is, we have the door, we have over the door, and you can see I'm kind of like outlining the cottage there. Some bushes down there, lots of different things. You can see that that's the roof. This one's just a little tedious. Like, I love working on it. This is one of the ones I was working on when I went through my slump. I kind of started it when I was feeling a little bit of a slump going on, and then I worked on this for probably over a week, and this is all I got done. Just because I was going through a slump, and that happens. But yeah, it is a little tedious because you're switching colors a lot, because there is a bunch of colors. Like these greens, there's a lot of those. I haven't got to the golds yet. I've done a little bit of the pinks, but mostly greens and browns is what I've done. So yeah, that is that one, which I'm really loving. And I think once I switch WIPs from what I'm working on, I'm either gonna go to that or a seasonal piece. I haven't fully decided yet. Okay, this next one is not the most impressive start, but here it is. This is actually a free pattern, and I got this from the Antique Pattern Library. It's called Flower Bouquet. And this is, let's see, how is this supposed to go? I gotta figure out where my top is. So like I said, this is a free pattern. I am gonna have a video coming out soon about all the free patterns on the Antique Pattern Library, kind of how I navigate the website, as well as some of my favorites from there. So that will be coming soon. But this is the one I've started. Like I said, I'm doing it on 14 count ecru perforated paper. I've seen a lot. I know there's a blackbird. There's another one that I've recently seen on perforated paper that's like a floral one, and I love the way they look, and I've really been wanting to stitch one, and when I saw this, I knew it was the perfect one. I didn't work on it for long. Unexpectedly having a day off, and I worked on a bigger project most of the day, and then I kind of picked this up for probably, I don't know, probably an hour to like get my pattern, get everything gathered, get it started, and I worked on it. Stitched it for a few minutes. So I really need to get back to this one too. I feel like it's not very seasonal though. So I really wanted to start it, but I wasn't like dying to work on it because there is more seasonal things that I would love to work on right now. Oh, and I wanted to show you, look at all those beautiful colors. So we haven't gotten to nearly how beautiful that's gonna be. But yeah, there is that. Okay, next is another new start. So this one was a planned new start. I worked on this one when I was going through my little slump that I had. Thankfully, I'm out of it now. I just got out of it like 4 days ago, and I'm dying to stitch everything right now. I'm like, let me work on all my WIPs. So yeah, I'm glad I'm out of it though. So here it is. This is my second Mirabilia. So it's a Mirabilia Ophelia. And I bought this pattern like last year. Was it last year or was it this summer? It feels like it was last year, but I feel like it was like early summer, beginning of spring. I don't know. I bought this pattern sometime, and basically Taylor Swift's new album came out, and I started a pattern by Frizzy Lizzy Stitches last time her new album came out, and I wanted to start another one. And she has a song on there called The Fate of Ophelia, and so when I saw that, like when just the track list came out, I was like, this is the perfect thing to start. I just finished my other Mira. Just perfect timing. Very fall to me as well. So here is my fabric. I'm stitching this on 32 count Valor, and as you can see, I started in the top left corner, and I didn't get a lot done. Beautiful fabric though. Love this fabric. Here it is. So basically, hold it up for you. So you can see I started right there, and I didn't even finish all the lily pads. But I started right there, and believe it or not, I worked on this probably 5 days. It was close to a week. That I worked on this, and I love it so far. I can't wait to pick this back up now that I'm like in the mood to really stitch. Because when I was going through my slump, I was like, I'm not putting my needle down. I kind of contemplated. Let me hold this up for you while I'm talking. I kind of contemplated. I was like, should I put my needle down and just not work on anything for like a week? And then my desire will be back. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that, because I don't want to do that and then lose my stitching bug even more. So I kind of every day was like, all right, I'm just going to put a half a strand in. There was probably a couple days where I took off. I was like, I'm going to put a half a strand to a full strand in. And I'm glad I did that. So I did get a little bit of progress on things. But I'm using all the called for floss so far. I have not bought the beads yet. I do have the floss to show you. Here is all of the DMC floss. There's a couple of these that you need doubles for, which are not on here. The doubles aren't, but look how beautiful that is. I cannot wait to get into her. My plan is to finish the lily pads. Let me hold this up so you can look at it. It's all its beautiful glory. There we go. My plan is to finish the lily pads and then kind of work a little bit this way while also starting to get into her. So I'm not leaving, you know, the whole lily pad and border for the end, but I'm also, you know, getting to work on her, which is the most exciting part because she's so beautiful. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this. So pretty. This is 100% my color palette. Absolutely adore that one. I can't wait to get back to it. So for all those new starts, I don't have any firm goals on them. I'm just stitching them, you know, as I please. I kind of feel like one of the reasons why I kind of went through a little slump was because I was setting so many goals on myself. Because I was setting so many goals for myself for the end of the year and working on things and finishing things and how many WIPs you need. And you know, you don't want to have this many WIPs. And I was stressing myself out. And so I've kind of, I feel stressed just talking about it. So I've kind of let go of that a little bit. I'm kind of just working on WIPs to work on WIPs. Like, this is a hobby. This is enjoyable. This does not need to have goals and deadlines. A lot of things in my life, especially in this season, I feel like have goals and deadlines. And I just need some freedom right now. So that is what I'm doing. And that's not saying I'm going to go start 30 projects, because that would also stress me out. But having a little bit of freedom stitching and just like work on what you want to work on. Be monogamous if you want to. Pull out 10 different projects if you want to. I'm kind of trying to be a little bit more free-flowing with that. Anyway, that was a little side tangent. Here is my first WIP. This is the one I've been working on the most. It is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Mysterious Halloween Town. And it's really cute. This is the one I picked up. So my stitching bug started coming back, I would say about a week ago. And this is the project I picked up when it did. It's got a lot of progress. So last time all I had was this house. I don't even know if I'd finished the house. I really don't think I have. No, I had not finished the house because I remember like Monday I was doing the door in the blue. I had not even finished this house yet. I don't think I'd even done the top of the house. So I did all of that house. I did the tree. We have the little Frankenstein people whose eyes have not been backstitched yet. If you notice that, and these eyes down here have not either. We have the owl, the scarecrow, the pumpkins, and then I started working on this last night. So last night I filled in all the grass and then started on this building. You can see my needle's still in there because I'm planning on working on it today as well. There is a few like little random confetti-ish type of things like these crosses and things that have not added in this area. But yeah, it's coming along. This fabric is so beautiful to me. I feel like on camera, it almost looks like it could be overpowering the WIP a little bit, but it doesn't feel that way at all in person. I feel like that when, not when I come back, but when I get up close, it feels that way. Maybe that's just how it's showing for me. But yeah, this is on a 28 count marbled hazelnut, and this is from Extra Designs. I need to order some more of her fabric. She has the most beautiful fabric. And I'm using all the called for colors except for one green, which I believe I pulled out. I can't find it if I did, so hopefully I didn't. But I'll put down below what I subbed the green to, because the green that I subbed, I will put down below what I subbed the green to, because I subbed the green in the windows and the light posts and little Frankenstein, because the other green was just kind of dark. You can see it's right there. That pumpkin. It's like a yellowy green. I just feel like it didn't stand out enough. I feel like it didn't match the cover photo. So I did switch that, and I'll put down below what color floss that I switched it to. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this one right now. I have a feeling I'm going to work on it until it's done. All I have left is the bakery and that little witch and that little stuff right there, which won't take very long at all. So yeah, I am obsessed with that one currently. That is my favorite so far. So the next one I have is the one that I worked on before I lost my stitching bug, which may also be contributing to why I lost it, because I was stitching, I don't know, probably 500 or 600 stitches a day. And I mean, like on a weeknight, I would stay up till 1 a.m. stitching. So that's my own fault. But this is Dimensions Treasure Time. Is that the name of it? Yeah. Treasure Time. I'm using all the kitted materials. Again, I softened this fabric the same way I said I did the other one. And my goal was to get to halfway by the end of the year. If I don't get to halfway, I'm not going to be upset with myself. But, so I would love to get there, but I'm not holding myself like hard and fast to this goal. I will put a picture up on this side of what it looked like last time. And I am just working on this side, so you can see we have that top. Most of that was done. I did do a little back stitching because I was just itching to see what it would look like with back stitching. And so I did this little dog and I did this little light post, which I really wanted to do the lamp post because you can see the difference very clearly in both of these. And I only did the black. I believe there's a little bit in that yellow that needs to go there, but there's such a crispness here that's not there, which kind of was making me really excited to see it backstitch. And I love just being able to see that, because I was kind of like, it looks a little fuzzy, but seeing it with the backstitch, I'm like, okay, it's not gonna look a little fuzzy. We have this man here. I did almost all of him, I believe. I've finished up most of this. I did a ton of work here. We did the bunnies. I believe up until like here. Up until here. Here up, it's all done. I did a bunch of work here too because this was not finished. So I finished out the sky and the tree. I did that little church there, which looks so good. It does have a little bit of stitching left in it. Like there's a little bit, but I think it carries down here too. So I was like, I'm not going to put that color on for like 5 stitches. I'll wait till I get there. But yeah, she is coming along and I'm obsessed. Like, I just want this done. I've honestly, since my stitching bug has come back, I've been itching to work on this, and I'm not letting myself right now because I want to work on some Halloween projects, and I know I'm going to work on this a lot probably in December, but also it's a really good winter project, so it's not one of those that I need to put up when December's over, so I'm kind of probably going to work on it a lot then. So I'm kind of trying to work on Halloween projects. Now I say that, and I've only got 2 Halloween projects, but those are the 2 I want to work on. So I have so many kitted that I need to pull out. Actually, there is one I am going to start on Halloween. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's stop tangenting. I feel like because I haven't talked to you in so long, I'm just like word vomiting. And I'm home alone, which doesn't happen often. Normally my son's with me, or if he's, you know, gone, he's only 4, but you know, sometimes he'll go to his grandparents' house, and so it'll be me and my husband, it'll be the 2 of us, and so I'm not normally home alone, so I feel like I'm just really excited. And also it's 4 p.m. and I'm drinking coffee. Look at my cup. That's from Antique Store. Should not be drinking coffee right now. Oh, yep, late tonight. That's okay. I can use the time to stitch. All right, next WIP is the Mill Hill Buttons and Beads Christmas Village. This is the Cafe Grande. And this one is in a hoop. Here, and it has a hanging needle that I will just put through here so you don't have to watch it dangle. All right, there it is so far. If I have a before picture of this one, I will post it here. I'm not sure if I do. But I mainly worked on this and this right here. This is one I would love to get done just because I want to get these finished and displayed in my house around Christmas time. And it would be fun to have one to finish when it is around Christmas time. I am using all the kitted materials. The only thing I've switched out is the perforated paper. I am doing these all on different color neutral fabrics, either 28 or 32 count. And this one I'm using 28 count dirty linen, which is one of my favorite fabrics that I've used for these. I think the color is just really nice, makes the purple pop, but also it's a pretty soft fabric. And the holes are really easy to see. Like, I don't know, I just really like this fabric. I think I'll buy this in a bigger cut. I would love to do a sampler on this. It's really pretty. Okay, next one is Amy Can, and I'm mad at her, so let's just start there. I was working on this one while I was in the bit of a slump. When I was in my slump, I was like, I'm gonna pull this out and work on it because it was new and it was exciting and it was September, and here is my color conversions that don't pay attention to because I'm switching some of them. So basically what I have done is screwed up the conversion, to put it simply. So it's charted and it was a swattage, I think that's how you say it. There's also DMC conversion, which I stuck to mostly, but there's a few colors I was like, it's not matching perfectly, so I'm gonna use my own colors. I can do this. No, should not have done that. The pink I changed, and I love the pink. I feel like it's a lot more like the photo now. But here is my problem. Hold on, let me get where I can see what I'm doing. Okay, you see the stitching at the bottom and the top there? That's 2 different colors. Like in that, like not the top and bottom is 2 different colors, but around his feet, that's 2 different color flosses. And at the top, there's 2 different color flosses intermingled with each other. And you cannot tell, not one bit. So what I'm going to do is rip all that out. So basically that green color, I'm going to rip all that out. And I'm going to have to go with, not have to, but I am going to go with the called for DMC conversion for those because there's just not enough variation and I don't love it. And I might do one the called for and do the other one a substitution. I don't know yet. I need to like look at it. I got mad and already was like in my slump. I was like, I'm putting it up. I'm just not working on it. So last WIP I have is the Primitive Hair Spooky Countdown. And I have finally finished all the boxes, except the one I have to chart myself, but that'll probably be the very last thing I do. I'm stitching this on a 32 count Lambswool that I coffee tea-dyed. And we have a finish on the boxes. So I have to do the top and the bottom, but a box finish is very exciting. So I'm gonna kind of slowly take you through them. This one I need to, where's that? This one, I do need to fix the back stitching on that one. Cause when I started this, I was like, oh, I'll just run the whole box in like 2 strands of back stitching. Like 1, 2. And I did not realize that I needed to do it in small increments. Now I've done that with all the bottom ones, but I did not realize that then. And it has been folded up, so be a little wrinkly in spots. And you can see down here, so basically what I worked on is I finished this one. Here we go. I finished this one and this one, these 6 basically I finished. I think these 2, no, these 3 weren't done at all. And then this down here, I did start the bottom border, which basically is just like 310 back stitch all the way around. And then that is this, oh, sorry, just hit you. So basically there's a 310 back stitch all the way around, and that's the start of the H. And there's a fuzzy on it. Again, I did this when I was in my slump, so it took me like 4 days just to get those boxes done. And then I worked that much and I was like, all right, I'm done with this project. So it's all I can do. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. That was my goal for the year, was to get all the boxes done. And even though that one's not done, because I didn't like what was charted on it, I want to chart something myself. But actually what I'm going to do is have ink circles, what's it called? Some assembly required, and it's basically bones. And so what I'm going to do is just take some bones from that and put them there. And I think that'll be cute. And there's not really, besides these little skulls right here, there's not really any bones or anything. So I think it'll be cute, different enough, but go with the theme. So that's what I'm going to do. I would love to pick this up, maybe work on it a day or two. Not super pressured to. I feel like I got to where I wanted to, and I'm really excited about that. So I may put it up for a long time, or you may see it pulled out again in October. But I know if I don't pull it out in October, it'll definitely be next year before you see it again. Okay, so that was my last WIP. Let's go ahead and tell you who won the giveaway. So last week I did a giveaway for this Amy Can pattern, or not last week, last regularly sold Flosstube number 34, which is Amy Can 1831, which is that sampler that I started for Sampler September. And I did a giveaway for it. I'm going to post the winner here. It is Haley Bryant 8669. So congratulations, Haley. I'm very excited for you. I know you said you've been wanting to stitch it and we're kind of intimidated. But now you have the pattern, so you have to stitch it. You don't have to, but you should. So comment down below with your email, and I will go ahead and email you and get that sent to you as soon as possible. Congratulations. I'm glad you won. I'm excited that you got it. So yeah, we're going to tell a little bit of personal life updates, and then we will call it a day. So first of all, if you've been following me for a while, I had pumpkins and I planted pumpkins, and I'm sad to say that my pumpkins died. We had a few like pumpkins grow, like little ones, and then we had a week or two of just straight rain, and I think they got too wet because we left them for a while, like left them in the ground for a while, but the pumpkins got mushy instead of hard. And we were like, well, maybe they'll come back. Like maybe once they dry out, like they'll come back, or more pumpkins will grow, and no more pumpkins grew. It was just the leaves, and then the leaves started to die. And so, yeah, we don't have pumpkins, unfortunately, which is sad. We did go to a pumpkin patch and get some pumpkins, but none in our backyard. So we'll try that again next year. Now, when we dug up the pumpkins, we planted collards, and those are thriving. So very excited about the collards. They're a little bit more my husband's project than mine, but still very excited about it. It's really a family activity. Another exciting thing, and I know it's a little premature, but my son for Christmas, he really said that he wanted his like big gift. He wanted a playhouse for outside. And he has a little swing set. He was like, I want a tree house. He's really obsessed with a tree house. And we were like, well, we don't have any good trees. He wants a tree house like on a branch. And we're like, well, we don't have any good trees for that because we have pine trees. But we can build you like a playhouse. And so he was like, yes, let's build a playhouse. He was really excited about that. But for the past like 6 months, honestly, he's been asking for a puppy. He wants a puppy. And we were like, no, like we have a lab, but he sleeps with us every night. And he's like, he's our baby before we had a baby. And so he loves him, but he's a big dog. And so they're kind of, you know, the same size, like stature wise. And he really wants a little dog. So tomorrow, as a early Christmas present, because the puppies are ready, so it's quite early, but we're gonna tell him, we're like, it's for Christmas. We know this is early. It's not his only Christmas present. He'll still get presents, but as one of his Christmas presents, he's getting it early. We're going to pick up a little beagle puppy tomorrow. Depending on when I edit and post this, I might input a picture here, or if not, I'll do it in the next video, but we're really excited about that. And that's kind of the big thing in life right now, is like surprising him with a puppy. I'm really excited for Halloween. I feel like I've never been like a major Halloween person. Like I'm like, oh, I like Halloween, it's fun. But I feel like I've really gotten into the Halloween spirit this year. Just like, I like cute Halloween. I don't like spooky Halloween. I want to like carve a pumpkin. Like I carved a pumpkin and made it into a cat. We've been doing like little Halloween crafts and things, and it's just been really fun, you know, decorating cookies, things like that. So that's been very fun. Just enjoying the season and embracing it, especially with like a child, it just makes it really exciting. Stitching wise, I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna really enjoy my stitching. I've also been reading a little bit. You can see a bunch of books back here. These are all the ones I have not read yet. I'm gonna have a whole shelf down here of what I have read, but I've been reading a little bit more. I feel like I want to read in the fall. I just like to curl up with a cozy book sometimes, like outside or at night. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy my stitching. I have no goals. I'm going to let myself pick up whatever I want, work on whatever I want, enjoy it how I want. And I haven't really been buying any stitching stuff either. I feel like I go through phases where I buy a bunch and then I'm like, you know what? I have plenty. I don't need any more. And I am focusing on buying, you know, Christmas presents for everyone in my family, because I'm the type of person. Comment down below. What's your thing to comment for today? If you are an early Christmas present buyer or wait till the last minute, like shopping on Christmas Eve. I'm the type of person who by December 1st, I want to be done. I want all the presents bought. By December 15th, I want all the presents wrapped. I want to have like my menu planned out. So we go to my in-laws and do things over there for Christmas Eve. So like I'll bring little things, but I don't have to do like a major meal. But then Christmas morning, we cook a very big breakfast. And so like I have my menu planned out for breakfast. We know what we're doing. I'm ready. I like to be prepared because if I'm not, I'm stressed. And so if I get it all done early, then I don't feel stressed. But yeah, comment down below. Are you like an early, you know, get all the Christmas stuff done early, or working on everything Christmas Eve? I would love to know that. Let me know what you've been up to. What has been the most exciting thing that has been going on in your life the past month, or the thing you've enjoyed the most, or maybe are looking forward to? Yeah, I will see you in 2 weeks. I'm very excited to be loving stitching again and just like wanting to spend my time doing it instead of, you know, begrudgingly putting in a half a strand, because I feel like I need to. I semi want to, but I also feel like I need to. So I'm glad to have my stitching bow back. Thank you so much for watching. Haley Bryant, comment down below your email or your Instagram, whichever one, so I can go ahead and get your information and get that sent over to you. And I will see you in 2 weeks, guys. Happy stitching, happy fall season, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye, guys.